All in, ready. They're off. 6 of them to race over 2 miles this time. The follow us on exit. Bet Rhino handicap, and Greatness Awaits bounds into an early lead, striding on by a couple of lengths to Queensland Boy in a white jacket tracking the pace. Favourite Nose Bandit Clansman racing a close third, just ahead of the grey Shadow Fax. A Young Merlin in the shades of blue is last but one early, and Man of Riddles in the dark green silks racing keenly a couple of lengths further back in last place. So at the end of the first quarter mile, it's Greatness Awaits who has an uncontested lead under Callum Hutchinson, a shade over 2 lengths clear to Queensland Boy and Paddy Mathers heading the pursuit. Clansman in the noseband under Sam Field and racing on the near side of the grey Shadow Fax and Joanna Mason. And then Young Merlin treble chasing Fred Larson in the shades of blue last but one. Man of Riddles and Grace McEntee at the tail of the field as Greatness Awaits leads them under the judge first time. Into the paddock turn. And Greatness Awaits, just extending his lead a little. It's a shade over 3 lengths now as they head towards the end of effectively 3/4 of a mile. Queensland Boy still sitting in second. No real changes in the order in behind. Clansman has his nose-banded head in third, a half length up on Shadow Fax, who in turn has Young Merlin at his quarters. And Man of Riddles, although last of the 6 races, firmly in touch. And the pace has just steadied a little. Greatness Awaits slowing things down. As a consequence, the whole field now is beginning to cluster up on his tail. Stop-start gallop then set by Callum Hutchinson on Greatness Awaits, still leading their 5 rivals towards the halfway point, with Queensland Boy racing on the near side of Clansman and the grey Shadow Fax on the near side of Young Merlin, and they in turn are followed by Man of Riddles. They have now moved through the halfway point, and Greatness Awaits taking them towards the turn out of the back straight. His lead is a little over a length and a half from Queensland Boy and Clansman side by side. Young Merlin in the shades of blue accompanying Shadow Fax, and Man of Riddles in turn is sitting on their tails. Starting this steady left-hander in another 50 yards or so's time, and they're inside the final 3/4 of a mile. And Greatness Awaits leads a field that has an order largely unchanged in behind. Queensland Boy in the slipstream of the leader, shadowed into the bend by Clansman. And then Shadow Fax on the inner of Young Merlin, and Man of Riddles continues to race last of the half dozen. Crown of the bend, 5 furlongs, 1,000 metres left to travel. Greatness Awaits by 3 parts of a length. Clansman well positioned right at the leader's quarters coming off the turn. Where do they want to go this time? And they spurn the inside running rail once more, drifting towards the centre of the track. Less than half a mile to go. Greatness Awaits to the nose-banded Clansman. Queensland Boy in a pale jacket. Young Merlin, the shades of blue, being ridden along. On the left, Man of Riddles is making progress. Shadow Fax has dropped back to be last of all, and now Clansman is attacking Greatness Awaits, who still has the lead. Queensland Boy on the far side is coming with him. 3 almost in line. They've dashed a little way clear of Man of Riddles, Young Merlin and Shadow Fax inside the last quarter mile, and Queensland Boy has moved through here to Greatness Awaits. Clansman down the near side, still has every chance, but he's got a length to make up inside the furlong. Queensland Boy, Clansman running on under pressure, inching closer. Queensland Boy from Clansman, Young Merlin flying late in the piece. Bunch finish, Queensland Boy all out from Clansman. Young Merlin still closing. It gets very close. Queensland Boy inched home from Clansman, and a fast finishing Young Merlin. Greatness Awaits was back in 4th.
Well, what a finish is Queensland's Boy, who holds off Clansman, who had every chance and stayed on determinedly. Young Merlin's come from nowhere to finish in 3rd spot. Paddy Mathers' first time on Queensland Boy is a winning ride.